Honorable judges and respected audience, good morning and all good wishes for us. My name is Nabila Putri Shabrina. I'm from 10 State Zero High School, Palembang. Today, I will deliver you my speech about prioritizing vaccine distribution for educational sector to ensure quicker recovery for educational system. This pandemic has brought so many changes in our life, especially in the education system. As a student, I feel like this pandemic really affected me and my studies. I was so used to go to school online, waking up in the morning, hanging out with my friends, go to the canteen together, and do tests or homework with my friend. But now, I can't simply do that because we are in a different situation. Sometimes I'm also having a hard time to understanding the material that my teacher taught me because I can't fully ask my teacher like when I used to go to school offline. But with Indonesia condition and even globally right now, I believe that we have no any other choice. As we know, since the first COVID-19 cases were reported, our government decided to shut down almost 646,000 schools in all provinces in Indonesia. For more than a year, students from all levels have been studying through online classes. But however, we are facing many challenges during online classes, from limited electronic devices, poor internet connection, and significant learning loss. Not only that, students are beginning to feel the long-term effect of virtual learning by showing a rising rate of depression and anxiety. And our government needs to consider how to safely reopen school and recover our education system. President of Republic Indonesia, Joko Widodo says that school will be reopened with extra cautious. First, all the students must wear a mask from the time they leave until they return home. The school also providing sanitation and hygiene facilities. And in the classroom, the tables are spaced apart and only 25% of the total number of the students attend classes. And most importantly, all teachers, students, and school staff must be vaccinated. Vaccinations are essential for returning to school because it will protect the teacher and the student by helping reduce the risk of transmitting the virus from vaccinated to an unvaccinated person. That's why prioritizing vaccine distribution for teacher and educational personnel is our best hope for school to reopen safely. Teacher and school staff should be considered in a higher priority group to be vaccinated early. According to the UNESCO, just 21 out of 197 countries, accounting for 80 million primary and secondary teachers, include teachers in the first phase of vaccination efforts. Another 37 countries include teachers as a priority group for the second phase of vaccination. Meanwhile, 57 countries do not prioritize teachers in their vaccine rollout. From here, we can say that teachers are still missing out because there are still many countries that do not prioritize teachers in their vaccine rollout. In Indonesia, COVID-19 vaccination started on 13 January 2021 and teachers included in the priority group for the second phase of vaccination. Minister of Education and Culture Nadiem Anwar Makarim said that vaccine will be provided for educational personnel at all education levels, in public and private education unit, including formal and non-formal education services. He also said that face-to-face learning can be held if it's supported by a minimum of 70% vaccination of the total number of the students in each education unit. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know that there are more than 12,000 people got infected by COVID-19 every 24 hours in Indonesia? And more than 24 million people have been vaccinated. While the number of the teachers who have been vaccinated with the first dose of COVID-19 was 2.23 million from 5.6 million, and for the second dose, there are only 1.95 million teachers. So there are still quite a lot of our teachers who haven't had the opportunity to vaccinate. According to Ministry of Health, the vaccination target for children aged 12 until 17 only reached 9.09% or 2.4 million for the first dose. Meanwhile, only 4.1 percent or 1 million children have received the second dose of vaccination. Ladies and gentlemen, this number is still far from the target. But I believe our government and all the health workers have been tried their best in dealing with the situation. Hopefully, this pandemic will pass quickly so that we can do our activities normally. We can hang out with our friends, go to school or office like we did before. But remember, even though this pandemic has brought so many changes in our life, this pandemic is one of the changes that is gonna happen in our life. So all we can do is just adapt to those changes and do our best to deal with it. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for my speech. Thank you so much for listening. Stay healthy and stay healthy and stay healthy and stay safe. Thank you so much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.